Hello Elucidat authors, welcome to this Level 2 video which is all about how you can test your learners by applying scores to your question. I'm going to jump straight into Elucidat to give you a demo of this. So here we are in my project and you can see I've already got a question page set up here. I've gone for an image grid question and crucially I've chosen that from within the assessment category. And that means that when learners answer the question, they're not going to get any feedback because I want it to feel like a test that they could retake if they failed. If you want any more information on the difference between assessments and knowledge checks and also how to kind of do the basics of setting up a question page, then you can refer to the Check Learners Knowledge video. So for today, I'm just going to take you through the things you need to do when you're trying to set up a scored question. And the first one of those is to make sure that Elucidat knows to look for a score on this page. Now to apply that setting, we go up into this page settings area and then into this scoring and completion tab. And what this tab allows you to do is to control when Elucidat is going to mark the page as complete. And you can see that the default setting here is that this page is completed by the user opening the page. And that's perfect for all of your presentational pages and also for any questions where you're just using them as a learning device rather than as part of a scored quiz. But if you do want the page to carry a score, then this is where you change the setting to say you want the page to be completed by user submitting a score. And that tells Elucidat that this question is part of a quiz. So I'm going to save those changes. And now I'm back on my page. One other alteration I'm going to make to this page is to set the link on the submit button. Now you'll know if you've watched the Check Learners Knowledge video that when you use a knowledge check question, when a learner clicks submit, they get taken to a feedback pop-up. But with an assessment question, there isn't a feedback pop-up, so we need to tell Elucidat where to direct a learner when they click the submit button, which is more than likely going to be to the next page. So I'm going to use this link section here to say that I want to link to a page in my project. And then I can choose using this drop down which page, which I'm going to choose the next page. So that means that when somebody answers the question and clicks submit, Elucidat knows to record the score and it will automatically direct them to the next page. So I'm just going to save those changes. And the final thing that I want to do, once I've applied these page level settings to every question that I want to count towards my score, is to control what I need the overall pass mark to be. Because that's a project level decision rather than a page level decision, I'm going to go up into this configure area. In this section, there's a scoring tab, which allows me to control what I want the overall pass mark on my project to be. So Elucidat's going to look at all the pages in your project, identify all the ones that have been set to record a score, and then this percentage is you saying how many of those somebody needs to get right in order to pass. So this is a crucial element of the setup so that you know when someone is marked as passed on your LMS, what score they actually achieved. So I've set mine to 80% there, and I'm going to save those changes. And those are the two key steps that you'll need to go through. At a page level, changing the page settings to be completed by a user submitting a score, and then coming up into this configure area to set your overall pass mark. So I'll just leave you with a few top tips. First is that if you are wanting to create a quiz that learners might need to retake if they fail, then you'll want to choose from the assessment questions category. Secondly, if you do that, remember that you'll need to set the link on your submit button to take the learner to the next page. And thirdly, just to make you aware that question pools are also an option if you want Elucidat to draw a certain number of questions from a wider bank. So this would mean that if somebody does need to retake the quiz, they won't necessarily see all the same questions again. They'd get a random number drawn from that pool. And there's lots more information on question pools in our support manual if you want to search for that. So thanks very much for listening to this video and we'll see you in the next one.